All right, guys, today is the day. Yale is starting to pack up our equipment because today the total solar eclipse is coming right over our city here in Indianapolis. Now, there are millions of people that are flooding into our city right now to be able to see this and be a part of it. And also millions of conspiracy theories that are flying all around as to what all of this actually means.
So the ancient Chinese actually used to think that anytime there was a total eclipse, that it was actually a dragon flying over the sky, blocking out the sun. So they would shoot arrows at it and they'd try and take out the dragon. So it could be anything.
Okay. But our question today is all of the solar eclipse stuff, is this by chance or is it by design?
Well, so actually people in Iceland and Norway, like the Vikings, used to think that every time there was a solar eclipse, it was actually a wolf by design coming to swallow the sun. And they would shout at it and make loud noise to try and scare it off. So it could be anything.
Okay, so we're gonna pack up our stuff. We're gonna head downtown and see some of this and maybe help Yale calm down a little bit.
Why are we doing this? Oh, gross. Okay, so I also heard that today, April 8th, is the day that the government is finally gonna take over and the new world order is gonna start. Cell phone reception is gonna stop, martial law is gonna come out, there's gonna be all this crazy stuff, and America is basically doomed. We're done.
Okay, but seriously, babe, can we just go? Can we just get out of the house?
Yeah.
Okay, so we walked outside to get in the car and there's like chemtrails in the sky. Like, I guarantee you there's some rich jerk who's like, I know what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be funny. This whole like conspiracy thing's kind of a joke, but that's funny.
Okay, we are now in the car driving downtown to see the solar eclipse. We're really excited. I don't know if we're gonna hit lots of traffic. There are millions of people in our city, so we'll see. There's big events happening at the Indianapolis Art Museum. There's big things happening over at the Speedway.
Also, this whole eclipse is a big event because the one 7 years ago went through 7 cities named Salem, which means peace. So we had 7 years of peace. And then today it's going through 7 towns called Nineveh, which means like destruction. And that was 7 years apart, which is crazy. But then also,
Come on.
But also, if you do the last 3 eclipses, they all cross across the United States to form the first and last letters of the Hebrew alphabet. So I think God might, have started America, and now he's gonna bring the end of the world with America.
Seriously? Seriously?
Okay, I know I'm supposed to be like the good cop in this whole video, but like, why are we as Americans so obsessed with thinking that we are the center of the universe? I'm sorry to the rest of the international community.
Right. All this stuff is kind of like when you're watching like sports on ESPN and they're like, this baseball player is the first left-handed batter to hit against a left-handed pitcher on a Tuesday at 4 o'clock since 1926. And you're like, this really?
Yeah, it's a lot. There's zero traffic. I thought this was gonna be crazy. We left super early, so we might just chill and eat some tacos.
I'm always good with chilling and eating tacos.
Taco montage.
It's official, I'm the queen of queso.
All right, our bellies are full of tacos. Now we're ready to climb up on this roof and watch the eclipse. But before we do anything else, we have to introduce you to our friends. This is Renee and the Carpenter family. The Carpenters came here all the way from Alabama. They traveled up here to be a part of...
Speaking of traveling, the last eclipse traveled over the exact same point as this eclipse in southern Illinois in a place called Makanda. Now, Makanda is South African for little people. And there's a state park there called Giant State Park. So that's where the giants are gonna come up from the inside of the earth and take over the whole world. Makanda forever.
All right, we are here on the roof, ready to watch the eclipse. It's actually getting pretty close, which is cool to see. Right now, the temperature, it's 77 and 79 in the shade.
But it's gonna get way, way hotter when the world ends, because just like Jonah was swallowed by a whale, the sun is about to be swallowed by the moon. And there's a red heifer that was apparently like born in Texas and now is in Israel and is gonna be sacrificed to signify the end of the world. And there's, I don't know, there's so many of these crazy conspiracies. There's so many things. So genuinely, we're just excited to see this thing that doesn't signify the end times, and it's not all this crazy stuff. It's just this awesome, awesome thing that happens, and we'll tell you why in just a second. But for now, I just looked right at it.
It's getting close.
For now, we're gonna check this thing out.
It's starting to get dark, and it's weird because it's like the sun is going away, but there's no sunset, so there's no like warmth to it.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cold light. It's just less light. Yeah, that's interesting.
That's a good way.
You looked at it too?
I looked at it too, dang it.
Glasses.
That's why you wear glasses?
Yep.
But those aren't the good glasses. Those are just your glasses.
Yeah, not these type.
Okay.
These
The
type.
shiny type.
Yeah, the
All right,
definitely
bro.
shiny type.
Like a quarter of it's covered right now.
Oh, I looked at it again.
Quit.
Stop doing that. All right, go.
Okay, as we're here and it is almost at totality, we want to geek out for a little bit about the science of all of this, because it's really crazy and really cool and honestly a little difficult to understand. Like, so much so that yesterday at lunch, a couple of the college students in our church were trying to explain this to Ben, and it took them like 20 minutes, and they're using ketchup bottles, and it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. So the Earth is 100 times smaller than the sun, right? The moon is 400 times smaller than the sun. But the design of the whole thing is crazy, because the moon is also 400 times closer than the sun, like exactly 400 times closer.
Just looking at it now, like, look, you can see how it's almost overtaken the thing. It's like kind of creeping up from the bottom. It's really cool. PBS explains this really well, and I'll show you their video here really quick, that Indianapolis is in the line of totality, which means that we're gonna see a full thing for like 3.5 minutes, and it's about to happen. We're like 5 minutes away from it, which is really cool. We'll show you the whole thing. This is what it looks like right now, and it is getting closer and closer. As the moon starts to pass in front of the sun and like fully covers it, we're gonna see these things called Bailey's beads from around it, and that's from the guy who first recorded that this was even like a thing. You'll see these like beads of the solar flares coming out from around the sun, which is really cool, or I guess around the moon from the sun. But Francis Bailey found this in 1836. Like, think about what you would have to go through to even see that and understand it in 1836. I mean, I doubt he got them on Amazon. And then you'll see the corona of the sun fully kind of encompass the moon, which is so cool. That's like the atmosphere around the sun. And you might even see a couple solar flares come out. And in the middle of the day, we're gonna get to see just like stars. Okay, so I'm gonna show you on this camera. This has a special lens filter on it so you can see it. It's the same kind of filters that are in these glasses. I can already see like the corona starting to come around it, or I'm just going blind, we'll see. But you can see on this, look at that. Like when I zoom all the way out, you can see like it's still really far away, but that is crazy. There's just like a sliver left of this thing, and you can tell it's like coming up from the bottom right, and it's about ready to hit. It's gonna be super soon. This is awesome. Like, this is seriously cooler than I expected, and it's cooler than I expected. The temperature is dropping. Actually, come over here, look. So we've got this thermometer here that's been in the sun this whole time, and the one in the shade there to see what the difference is. And earlier there was quite a bit of a difference, but now we're at 73 on both of them. So we've dropped like 10 or 12 degrees.
Some of the street lights that are on auto are starting to come on with it getting darker.
That's trippy. Oh yeah, it's dropping quick now. Seriously, I don't know what just changed, but it is dropping quick.
Oh my
I
gosh.
feel like this is cooler than the actual sun.
Look at this one thing we were supposed to look at.
Yeah.
Look at the horizon.
Whoa, yeah, look at the horizon. Y'all, it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now. Look at it, guys, without glasses, look. This is insane.
Yeah, you see the star?
There's a star and it's higher.
What, Kaylee?
There's a star, and it's daytime.
You can see the star.
So crazy, isn't it?
This is crazy.
Can you imagine being on an airplane right now?
I want to be in that
Oh,
airplane.
wow.
There's a sun.
This is so, I can't believe you can just look at the sun without even glasses on. This is insane. That is beautiful.
Look at the horizon though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it was super dark, and then all of a sudden it's just coming back. Like, that is so trippy. Okay, what's the temperature with it dark?
70.
So it dropped all the way to 70 degrees. This is so trippy. This is so cool. The darkness just wiped across us, and now it's just like daytime again. Dude. That was the fastest 3 minutes I've ever experienced. I feel like it was just over.
And look, it's like almost.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it like getting brighter. Gosh.
It is
Why am I yelling? I'm just yelling for no reason. I know. Ah! This is the best. It's gonna destroy my camera if I don't put this back on. Look, this is now back to how we're gonna be able to see this. This is so trippy. Yeah, there you go. And now it's back to like partial eclipse and not full corona thing. That was so trippy. Why did I look at it again? That was seriously one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I've seen a partial eclipse, but the total eclipse was just a different level. And there's all these crazy conspiracy theories that we love to believe in because we love to like bring the supernatural to the natural, but in reality, like, this is supernatural. Like, there was a creator who threw this stuff in the sky and made it so that we could actually look down to the minute and know when these three bodies of matter were all gonna come into alignment like this. And it's just absolutely amazing that that's who God is. And you'd expect that God to be far off and like, I don't know, just bigger than all this, and he is. But he also loves us so much, he sent his son to die on the cross for us. And that is what blows my mind about all this. The bigness of God, but also the closeness of God.
Yeah, well, I mean, how big he is and close he is, all of that. But like, I mean, we don't need a big moment like this to help us understand who God is. But I don't know about you, I'm thankful that he dumps himself down enough every once in a while for us to kind of understand a little bit of, like, a little sliver, a little glimpse of who he is.
Yeah. And I left a drone in the sky and it's literally about to land on our heads by itself. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. We love you guys. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.
Get the drone! Well, it happens.